Extracting data from a PDF table is easier if it has grid line, but let's say it doesn't have any grid line, or maybe you can see in this one that first column and last column doesn't have ending border or starting border, right? In this one we do have the similar stuff, like first column and last column doesn't have the starting or ending border and particle border. For this one you can see it doesn't have any border at all. You can see there are some sub grouping: statement of comprehensive income, cash flows, balance sheet, and so on. In this video, I'm going to show you how to extract data from a borderless table, or like this kind of scenario where we don't have border in all the columns or all the rows. So make sure you watch till the end so that you get to know how to extract data from any kind of table. I have recorded 4 different videos on this topic so far. If you want to extract data from invoice, I'll put the link for those video in the description. So check them out if you want to extract data from any complex invoice. So let's get it started. You can see in this testing.pdf file, we have this particular table. I want to extract this data from this particular PDF table. It doesn't have a starting and ending column vertical borders. For this reason, I'm going to use PyMuPDF. You can find their documentation in GitHub or in their website. Just install that. I'm just taking that file name, opening that particular document, getting the first page because it's only one page actually. Getting the first page using 0 index. Python is 0 basic index, that's why 0. And then I'm just trying to find tables. I haven't specified anything. So let me just show you the documentation for find tables. You can see it has lots of parameters that you can specify when the PDF table have different kind of stuff. Like let's say it has a merge cells, it doesn't have any horizontal or vertical border, it has horizontal border or vertical border, but not for all of them. So you can just look for that. So you can just try to use different parameters on this particular function to extract data from any PDF table. Okay, I'm going to show you use of this different parameter in our third PDF file, that is this one. So please watch this till the end. I can see we have this document, we have the page, and then I'm just trying to find page.find tables. It will return you a list of tables. From that, I'm just taking the first table, then I'm just converting that to a pandas. And if I just do that, it seems like it's working awesome. It's pretty awesome that it could find all of those columns properly, including the first column and including the last column as well. So if you look into this, alarm number slash warning number, and then first column, that is the parameter. So it does really nice job on this particular PDF file. Okay, and you can see there is 52 row of data, and I think there is around that much of data. It's not in a sequential order. So that is for this first PDF file, and it's super easy. Okay, if we consider the next one, you will see a little bit issue on this next one. So I'm going to do the same process. I'm just opening that PDF, extracting that page. If you look into this, this is the 6th page. So that is the 5th index, and finding the tables. I haven't specified any parameter for this find tables function. And then I'm just extracting the first table, converting to a pandas data frame. So let me just show you what we have in this particular pandas data frame. And you can see it's little bit not what we had expected. I was expecting that it will show me the mode number, item expansion, and description as the first header row. But if you look into the output of this particular PDF, then you will see that it does convert this table 3 operating modes, that is this central part of the text, as a third column. And you can see it's kind of falls under the third column, although it's not expected, right? So it doesn't did what we had expected, but it does kind of pretty amazing job as well. So let's see how can we do this. Like let's say I want to get rid of this table 3 and operating modes, and I want a actual table of this particular table, right? Like now same representation. So for that, what we need to do, we need to search for a text, okay, like mode number and dot, okay, and that will give me the starting position of this particular table. And then I'll just crop that particular table using a clip property. And you can see that in this section it says clip, that is the none. If you look into this, it says rectangle like. So specify region to consider within the page rectangle and ignore the rest. Default is the full page. Okay, so by default it will use the full page. Instead, what I am trying to do is that I want to find the table, but only start from this part. don't consider this part. Okay, so that's the idea. So I need to find that rectangle, and the rectangle is basically the starting coordinate. So that is this start from mode number position, and for this particular example is end of the page position, like that is going to be the width and height, right? So for that I need to search for this, and I have recorded another full video on this particular topics, like how can you search for a specific string, and I have shown advanced stuff like how can you search for color, font name, font size, and so on. So I'll add that video in the card or in the description. Please make sure you check that out if you want to learn more about how to search this particular text. For this example, let's go into this example. If I just do this, that just, let's see, page dot search for, and I need to search for mode, I think number, right? Mode is in one line, so you just search for mode, and that will give me okay, lots of rectangle, right? So let's see if it does have multiple mode characters, like text. So mode number, item expansion, and so on. So let's try to search for item expansion. Let's see, because basically I just need the starting top position, right? So let's search for this. I get only one instance. So this is the x0. Okay, this is y0. So that is the starting position. So if you consider carefully, then this particular point is representing this top left corner of this I character, and this particular coordinate is representing the right down point of this n character, this last n character. So basically that's the 2-point coordinate system. Okay, so this is x0, y0, x1 and y1. So basically this x0 means from the left how many points we need to go to find this particular text, and this is 60, that is how many points we need to go from top to bottom, right? So that is 60.1054. If we just specify that the clip will be start from 0 and y coordinate will be like 60, so we are just slicing down to that particular line 60, then it will be okay, I guess. So let's see. Or you can just search for this character as well, like let's say table 3 operating modes, right? So if I just search for this, so we can just add number of points, you can see. So this is x0, y0. I just need the last coordinate, that is this one, 46.208, and I can just add some number to this. If you look into this, so let's say search for an item expansion. So let me just, you can see that was 640. So let me just print this. And if I run this, you can see it's 46.208 and this is 68. So maybe we can just specify 50 or 60 and it will be okay. So let's specify the clip property. So clip is going to be x is 0, that is y0, that is going to, let's consider 60, that is going to be rect, it is going to be 2 is and 3. Let's see if we do this, then you can see it does amazing job, right? So you can see mode number, item expansion and description, and it removed that particular table 3 mode of order, right? That part, table 3 operating modes, that part is removed, and this is amazing, right? So that's how you can specify the clip property, and you can find that clip property based on my search text, right? This one. So what I can do, let's see, operating modes, I just need the second item. Oh, it is the 0, it's a list of rectangle, and then it says 36, and then I can just add like let's say 12, 48, add 20, like so. You just need to do some experiment, okay? And based on that, you can just do that. To make it fully dynamic, I can just replace this with this. It will extract the data properly. So that's how you can extract data from any PDF file if you have like some issues, like if we don't have vertical border and it's showing something like that is not included in the particular PDF file. So that's easier, okay? In that next part, I'm going to show you how to extract this one, okay? And this is the ultimate one. So if you look into this, it doesn't have any horizontal grid line. It does, but it's not for all line. It doesn't have vertical grid line as well, and it has like some text as well in this section, okay? So let's see if we can extract this particular table using PyMuPDF. So let's see if I just duplicate this, okay? I'm just going to replace this file name Okay. So I need to find the space that is 81. So that is going to be 80 best indexed, and find tables. So I don't need this clip. So I'll just get rid of this clip part. Let's try without any clip. Okay. Let's do this. And you can see it says key 4, column 1, column 2, column 3. And this is not what we have expected. Okay. And it's kind of like concatenated all of this into one line, and this is way too bad. Okay. So let's say if I can specify other property. If you look into this, it says we have a different property for a strategy to find that particular grid line of row and column. We have two different particular strategy. One is that text, another one is lines. You can use lines is strict as well if it has background color with the text. Okay. So lines is strict, and text. In this one, I'm going to use text. Let's try with the text. So text is useful when you don't have any grid line. Okay. That's when you should use text property. Let's try that text property here. For horizontal strategy, text, and vertical strategy is text as well. Let's try this. You can see it does a little bit better job than the previous one, but it's not the best one. So let's say if you look into this, it says key figures and financial ratio and so on. It does extracted this number as a part of the column as well. So what do we need to do? We need to limit this so that we only extract data from, let's say, starting from this part to the end of the page. So what you can do, we can just search for 2018. Okay, let's do that. So I'm going to close this. Let's say if I just search for, sorry, let me just move this up for this one. Okay, so page dot search for, and I'm searching for what it is, 2018. So I'll have multiple result because I can see we have 2018 here, we have 2018 here, 2018 here, and so on. So now I want to clip this particular page and I want to search only in a specific part of this page. If you look into this, I need the Y property, and it seems that 134 is a good example, 134 and so on. So what I can do, you can just specify the clip as well. Clip is 0, start at 0, 134, let's use 134, and use space dot rect 2, and then last one is space dot rect 3. And if I run this now, it seems it does a little bit interesting job, but it doesn't have those key figures and other information, right? Now still we have like, day key km and so on. And if you look into this, the first column, it is splitted into multiple columns. Statement of comprehensive income, it should be only one. Instead, it is splitted into multiples. So in this kind of scenario, when you don't have any grid line, you can use text, but the best option is if the column is always in a similar fashion, then it's better to explicitly mention that what is the vertical location of the column. So like, what's the starting point, what's the ending point for a column. And that can be specified using this vertical lines, and you can see sequence plot x coordinate of columns. If provided, there will be no attempt to identify additional table columns. This influence table deduction. So we can specify the vertical lines. So now how do you get that? What is the position of that particular vertical lines, right? In that scenario, what you can do, we can just search for different keywords like this 2018 and Excel IAS 29, Excel IAS to the 29, and then find those X coordinate. You can just find them and then use them as a list. Okay, so let me just show you. So that is this one, page dot get text, and I'm going to use word, not word, odds. Now we do have that, and you can see it says Q4, what's the starting point of Q4, what's the starting point of Q3, Q2, Q1. So that is basically Q4, Q3, Q2, Q1. So that's not important. We need DKKM, we need 2018 and 2018 Excel, IS 29 and so on. So you can just check them, like, you can see 2018, 2018, DKKM, 2018 Excel, IS 29, and then you can find those X coordinate, that is basically this starting coordinate. Okay, And that's how we get that vertical coordinates. So I have extracted them, and then you can see it says vertical lines is 56.6928. So let me just show you one example. So if you look into this, it says 56.6928, and that is what I have mentioned here, 56.6928. That's the starting point for this first column, and the ending point is going to be 2018 text. So I just use whatever this ending part, that is 251.6288. If you look into the 2018, you will find that 251.6288. Okay, that's how I have extracted them, and then I have created an array that is the vertical lines. Now vertical lines is basically this line, so I don't need this strategy as a text. Now I need to specify the strategy as a explicit line. Okay, so that's how I extracted those vertical lines. I have used horizontal strategy as a text, vertical lines as explicit line, and then I have specified this clip and snap white tolerance. So let me show you the snap white tolerance. If I don't specify this one, and if I run this, then you can see we have one blank line after every line. Okay, so if you just specify the snap white tolerance, then it will remove those line and it will concatenate those things properly. And if you look into this now, it says statement of comprehensive income, that is one line. Then we have revenue, then we have Europe module fiber packaging, and then we have Europe machinery and technology. So if you look into this, then it will seems correct, right? But still we have some issues, like we can see we do have some extra columns. Column 1, we do have column 3, column 5, those are the nulls column, and I think that is coming from this particular place or something else. So we'll deal with this in our next video, where I'll show you that of how can we clean this up, this financial data, and then we can create another columns. Like let's say you can see this is Q4, so we can just add another column that is like, let's say, quarter. Okay, and that is Q4, Q3, Q2, and Q1, and then we can just add this number, and we can do further analysis on this one. So I'll show you how to extract financial data and clean it up in our next video. If you find this video helpful, please consider subscribing. Have a good day.